Hi, welcome to this short session on how to use the ARM's Cashflows workspace. We're going to have a quick run through on how to use some of the main features of this workspace. Okay, so as usual, we load our portfolio that we want to analyze and get the cash flows for. So we have loaded the trading book and we load all of the positions, all 11 of them. We choose a date for where to place the positions and where to take the market data. And we get a base currency. And then we can also click to see if we want to show only certain types of cash flows. So I've marked some of the more regular ones. And then we can do a calculation. And then we get all the positions here under the ID column. And you can also see that you have the types here. So these are enabled as choosers. So if we click on bond number 1, we get only bond number 1 cash flows. And we can see that we get the type of cash flow, fixed coupons, and you get the principal. So if we take the swap, we get only the swap in this table. And if you take all or a specific type, you get all of that type. So you can actually choose these as well if you want to have a mix of positions. So let's have a look at all of them at the same time. So what we have down here, we have a cash flow graph. So we can see by currency, we can choose all cash flows in one currency, and we can set interval to daily, monthly, weekly to get them grouped. And you can see we're showing the net cash flow when we in the all, and you can right click on the graph and have show hide, and then we can ask to see also the fixed coupons and also the float coupons, and perhaps also we want to see the principals. And in this way you can choose what you want to see in the graph. If you press shift and on the mouse, you can zoom in the graph like this. And there are different ways of getting the data out. If you want the data cash flows out of the system, you can either just mark and do copy paste, but you can also get them from the graph. So if you mark all and then copy, and then we take an Excel spreadsheet, then we can paste the values from the graph. And if you just don't mark anything at all and make copy, then you will actually get the picture. And there's actually also, you can see the out file directory. If you set this to somewhere, if this is not empty, we set this to C colon our temporary folder and press enter. And then we can check this out. So what do we have in the temp folder? Here we have then the cash flows written in a way that's a bit more convenient with a header. So this is a good way to, if you want to get the cash flows out and do some sorting, or if you want to view these using some sort of filter to get only the fixed coupons out or something like that. That's Excel at its best. So what's more in this, well, there's one more feature, and that's how you can expose, we can calculate this using a scenario as well. So we can set an interest rate scenario of the stored scenarios that we have in the database, and then we can run this scenario. And then we see the valuation difference, but we can also then see the difference it has on the cash flows. So here we mark the swap, and we see that all the floating cash flows are actually changing value if we move the interest rates up. So you can see how much difference you have in the cash flows when stressing this position. If we look at a fixed coupon bond, obviously there's no difference, as these are fixed bonds and they're not dependent on the cash flows are not dependent on the interest rates at the level, but the discounting is, so the value and the stressed value will not be the same. So this is the cash flow workspace. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call and give us some feedback. Thank you.